pussy. Beautiful baby from the outside in.
That's dedicated to my daughter.
Yep,
It's her birthday today.
it's her birthday.
And man, that really hits the spot there. Not gonna lie.
Right.
I love my kids. I love my daughter.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and she's getting older.
Yeah, she's getting older. She ain't getting old enough to where she can do the things she needs to be doing some damn time. But that's just being a dad.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, that's a good dad. You know, most dads nowadays, like, dude, you know, you see the stuff where, you know, boyfriends can come stay the night at their girlfriend's house and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy, dude. Because when growing up, dude, there was a time limit. All right, they gotta go home. You know,
That door
has
is
to
not
be
closed.
open.
The door does not get closed.
Dude, you know how many times I heard that, bro? Yeah, I think I was in love with that girl, though, at that time. But, dude, kids are beautiful, man. It changes your life. Like,
Oh yeah.
Like,
It
You're-
changed
you're-
mine.
you're stepping up. You're being a coach now. Like, you're going to, you know, mold young men into being a man. Like, you got a lot of things going on in your life. But, dude, I mean, you're rocking it out. Some days aren't your best days, you
No.
know?
No.
But who can say that every day is their best day, you know?
There's not a lot of people that just goes through life and says, "I'm the greatest there ever is."
It's like, yeah, dude. I mean, unless you wake up in the morning and you piss excellence like Ricky Bobby, you know?
And even the ones that did say, "I'm the greatest there ever is,"
Yeah.
having bad days. God bless them.
Oh, dude. You know, it's like Alexander the Great, you know, the dude that conquered half of the world, you know? He literally said that he wants his doctors to carry him. He wanted all his, like, every worldly possessions that were valuable on the way to his actual, where he was being buried. And he was just like, I want everybody to see that doctors can't save, you know, the world, and you can't take anything with you when you leave.
Time. There's only so much time, and you don't know when it's over.
Right.
It could be tomorrow. It could be 12 years from now. It could be 50 years from now.
It could be 20 minutes from now. It could be,
Right.
you know, like,
It could be right here, right now.
right.
Woo!
You got a red dog. But, you know, it's like, do we need to I feel like we need to take more time in the moment and enjoy life. Like, because honestly, that's the best way to enjoy it to the fullest, bro, I feel like.
And to be fair, I typically, I enjoy life to an extent, you know.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie. There's some rough times that come across, you know. I feel as a person, I have a pretty good heart,
Right.
and not everyone has that.
Nobody nowadays has that.
Not everybody gives from their heart.
Right.
And I mean, I know that there's some people that give,
Right.
you know, but like actually just
Genuinely care out of love, like, you know, like out of peace of mind for you to show that, you know, you're there and you help because you're from the heart about it.
and I don't know, just the world that we live in, the society that we live in, how if you like look at my love for my daughter, Okay?
Right.
My love for my daughter, in reality, how she responds to me is basically like the caveman status of what a man really wants.
Right.
Like just to be respected,
Right.
just to be shown, you know, hugs, come up, hey daddy, I love you,
Right.
like affection,
Right.
like the simplicity of it
Yeah.
basically is really, I think, what a man really wants.
Right.
Like the relationship, the woman could truly just about go do whatever as long as she is loyal
Right.
and doesn't affect the family, as in like, I went out and spent $3,000 a day,
Right.
but it was because I wanted to look pretty.
Right.
And you're like, well, I already respect you and I already look at you as you're pretty. You don't have to go out.
Right.
Which I understand, you know, women want to look pretty.
Right.
And we come to that understanding. But beauty is not always on the outside.
No.
I mean, I feel that attraction is needed for a woman.
Right. Like, you have to be attracted to them in some certain way, shape, or form.
But that attraction, once there's that initial attraction, if they're showing you attention,
Dude.
women, if a man shows you attention, he is attracted to you. And then if you have a mind, body, and soul that reaches to that man, all you have to do is do right.
Yeah. I mean, and not everything can be resolved, you know, in something that's early stages. Like, if you don't care for something, like, from a man's perspective, if you don't care for something and they say it, it's not them saying it like, hey, you know, like, they're not scolding you. They're not like, you know, don't ever do this again. But we're just giving our opinion, and that'll turn us away a lot of times.
Well, I seen something, anger is like, you know, because men aren't supposed to cry all the time. I mean, I cry. I'll cry.
Yeah, man.
But
you get me kept watching them reels, you know, that hit you.
right. But what I'm saying is, initially, men are not criers. And I think, honestly, our anger, when we address our anger,
It's because we love, you know. Like,
I would
deep
say
down,
that's like I seen it on YouTube. Someone said it was a podcast.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it was, but it was like, you know, that is our crying.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we're like, look, this is how da da da, or you know, could you not do that? Or that's like
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
Like, and I go back to how I talk about my daughter. You know,
Right.
when I get on to her, I'm not getting on to her because I don't love her.
Right.
I'm getting on to her because I love her.
Yeah.
And
You want what's
you know,
best.
and if
wants what's best.
if you had someone that just respected you, and like when you said that, I was like, look, calm down. I understand what you're saying. Let's talk about this, and I'll tell you how I feel and what's going on with me.
Right.
And then we'd be like, okay, well, we can work this out. But look, this is how this has got to be. And dude, I'm telling you, there would be like, there's so many. It's about me kind of thing. Like.
It just seems like it's men versus women, and really men are pro women too. You know.
Well, and like something come up like football season,
Right.
dude. I like football.
Love it.
My attention is gonna be on a football game. I am not there at the football game. It's like going to a movie and then just not watching the movie.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I get that. In high school, it was real fun to go to the movie and make out the whole time instead of freaking
Right.
watching the movie.
But now it's like, dude, I want to watch the movie.
But now, mommy and daddy's not paying for my movie now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I'm going there to watch a movie. If we want to do the hanky panky,
Yeah.
then you know, we can set the mood and find a time and try to do that. With a family, it's a lot harder than it is for like you right now. You just
Right.
go over there and whop it up in the back seat of a car or something. But
I'm not gonna go in the back seat of a car. Come on, I got a little bit more class than that.
no, I'm just saying. That, I mean, give it a dirt road treatment or whatever.
Hey, I've done it.
Lay a sheet down, put some rose petals down. But when you got kids,
It's
you know,
hard.
sometimes 5 minutes in the bathroom
And dude,
is making love.
some you know, women might not like the fact that you have to take care of, you know, of 2 kids, you know, all the time.
Oh yeah, there's I don't care who you are. When you're dealing with a relationship and there's kids that are outside of that relationship, there's gonna be things that happen that you're not gonna agree with how it's going or
Right.
how it goes down or whatever.
Right.
It really takes a strong person. And I have to give, you know, these people that are in these relationships that treat their other kid like their kid and stuff, dude, they're doing big things. That's very important.
Right. Love thy neighbor, man. Love
Right.
thy neighbor.
And I mean, it's easy to say things like, you know, oh no, I completely, but you know, you can see if there's a full respect for that other kid or not.
Right.
I mean, and there's some parents that pick a child over another child,
Right.
but you know, there's so many ways that you can.
Families ain't the way they used to be.
There's so many ways that you can mess up, so-called mess up a family,
Right.
and you know, these kids and these younger people. I want you to listen up. There's so many ways that you can make an excuse. That you can say, well, my parents didn't love me and they loved my brother. That's why I don't do shit for myself. Look, the only thing and the only person that is ever going to do for you is you.
Yep.
When you're growing up, the day you realize that nobody truly is going to be able to be there for you except for yourself is the day that you're starting to become a man or a woman, not a girl and a boy.
And that's for the younger audience, that's you're gonna progress. Like it might take you time, but dude, if you're always shooting for your goals and your dreams, it'll come to you.
Something my dad told me a long time ago. He's like, set goals in your life, but also set achievable goals.
Right.
Because then you can always give yourself something that you're proud of.
Right.
So you set these smaller goals, and then you make them achievable. And then you set this large goal, and you work on those goals to get to that goal.
Right.
And dude, I'm telling you, that's
Your
kept
dad's wise.
that's
He's-
kept me
he's
in the
really
game.
wise.
That's kept me in the game sometimes when I was ready.
And I tell you,
to shut the door.
your family in Pennsylvania and stuff, dude, they were like, I say Arkansas is like, you know, in the South. Pennsylvania is like the South of the North.
Well, dude, I wouldn't say that. There's a lot of
There's a lot of stuff, but I'm saying that
Where I
this
grew up-
suburb area.
where I grew up at, I would say it is more country
Right.
than Arkansas.
Right.
And that's hard to say
Right.
because we are country as shit here in Arkansas.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be honest, I was close to like Morgantown, West Virginia, and the mountains and stuff
Right.
like that,
And
and
snowboarding, dude, and all that. Like I went tubing when I went up there, and me and Paul, you know,
yeah, my dad,
yeah,
you're used to be stepdad.
right. But dude, we had a blast, and you know, my mom. I'm not gonna say anything bad about her, but you know, she was down at the bottom of the hill the whole time. You know, ready to go. You know what I mean? And Paul took me up to the top of the thing, and we did it like 8 or 9 times. Like, so,
And that's the thing I'm talking about.
yeah,
Right
I
there,
know
when a man
exactly.
is doing something that he's enjoying, and he's bonding with a child.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm tying it into like exactly what you're saying. Like, dude, and he stepped up in a big way. Like, you know, my father passed, and he was there. You know what I mean?
And, you know, and that's something my dad,
And they were broke up, even. Like my mom and him, that's when they split up, and he was still coming and checking all the time. Bought me my first 80 motorcycle.
dirt bike, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's my dad, though. And you know, my dad loved your mom.
right.
He did. And it cost him.
Oh yeah.
It,
But you know, like, I'm not gonna slam her. But
well,
you know,
I'm just going to say that at that point in time, your mom was in a different place. And my dad, you know, my dad lost my mom.
right,
And, you know, it wasn't very long, and, you know, your mom came in the picture
right,
and basically saved my dad, because my dad was not in a good place.
right. But to be honest, I don't speak to my mom. I haven't spoke to her in many years. She just wasn't there, basically. But you know, it just shows that, you know, men, if they truly care about a woman and they're doing right, like, that's what a lot of these women don't I say a lot of these women don't understand.
I think they know.
I think,
I
it's
think
the,
they just
the
don't.
newer generation.
I think it's just they don't feel like they have to care.
Right,
You know, I mean, just go get another one.
right,
And then the problem they run into is after they get another one and another one, then they realize, well, shit, that one wasn't so bad.
right, right. And that's true. And I'm not down on women because, you know, they give birth. You know, they're creators of life.
Now, there's a lot of great things that women do and great qualities
Yeah,
of a woman. I think personally, relationship-wise and raising a family or just in general, that if you put a man and a woman together, you can get more accomplished than them trying to do it by themselves.
right,
By far.
right.
I mean, even
It's like we gotta quit working against each other.
and start working with each other, right?
Right,
I mean, it's not like every man is out to hurt a woman, and it's not like every woman is out to hurt a man.
right,
But the way things are, is it's like as soon as you start to get in a relationship, you're watching for when she's gonna do what she's gonna do,
Right.
or she's watching. Well, I can't trust him to go to this because he's gonna cheat on me or he's gonna do that.
right,
When really, maybe they just like to go watch a football game by themselves.
right.
I mean, maybe, you know, maybe they like to go to the lake fishing sometimes with their friends instead of with them, or like to go hunting.
I mean, it's okay to like spend some
I
time
feel that
away.
their hobbies, like I don't think I like to hunt, but I don't think that I have to have a woman that wants to go hunt. I want us to have differences. Those
Right.
differences are important. Now, if
Right.
she goes hunting or wants to go hunting, says, "Hey, today or tomorrow when you go hunting, is there any chance that I could go hunting?"
Yeah. Like,
And
that
I'll
would
be
be
like,
awesome.
"Well, me and the guys are supposed to be going. I don't know if you'd have a good time, but more than likely,
Yeah.
I would be like, but sure, if you want to go."
Yeah.
But the problem is, then when there's like, well, so and so said this and that pissed me off, and then you're like, all right, you asked specifically to go.
Right.
All right, so now you're here, and then I told you we're going with the guys, so you know the guys are going to be fucking idiots.
Right. I mean, that's how we are.
All right, so what did you expect? And that's why we're like, oh, I would rather go by myself sometimes, is because it turns into more of a problem
Right.
sometimes than it does being a helpful situation. We're going to hunt, we're going to shoot
Right.
something.
Anything.
Not necessarily that. Like I'm a firm believer in eating what you shoot. So,
Right. Me too. But
so you don't,
I'm just saying. But if it's
Not
a
out
bird,
there-
if it's a bird, I'm gonna eat it.
not out
Yeah.
there plugging the
Big
damn.
old turkey.
But yeah, I just think there's some misunderstandings, and there's bad women and bad men out there that ruin it.
all the
That
all the
ruin
way
it for
around.
the other people.
All the way around.
Because, there's guys that it don't matter. It could be the #1 top model in America, and he's going to be like, she's asleep. What are you doing?
Right.
Old girl got 3 teeth, and she's ready to go. Come on, Snaggletooth. Don't you say nothing.
And then there's guys that are like, that actually care and they're loyal to a T. And there's just some that was bred that way. Like, that's how I am. If like we're talking, we're
I
together.
think it's important to get raised right. And that goes back to another thing why we have so many issues in society. You got women that are trying to tell men what they're supposed to do and was raised without a father.
Right. I know.
And they're like, hey, well, you guys are supposed to do this and do that for us. And be like, okay, how do you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. It's important to have a man and a woman and to see, like, I missed out because my mom passed away early in my life.
Yeah.
And with that, I missed out on some of the emotional, like, I never got taught, well, hey, this chick's being crazy, and this is what you do to calm her down.
Yeah. I mean, it's true.
I just got to see, she's crazy.
Right.
So get away from her. And then you get away from a crazy chick, and she's like, why are you avoiding me? Why are you not listening to me?
Right. You
Like-
know.
I'm weirded out at this point.
You gotta put yourself in somebody's shoes.
Right.
And tie their shoelaces.
Yeah, but it's hard sometimes.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and
I'm going to tell you, there's not a lot of people who like to just jump in these shoes and
Right.
take off.
right. But dude, that just brings us back to like, dude, we need Jesus every day.
Oh, yeah.
We need
Jesus, that extra step
yes.
that when you can't walk no more, you're getting carried and you don't even realize it.
Right. Right. And dude, it's like, maybe there's a lot of people out there that have like insecurities or something about themselves.
I mean, we
And
all
about
have
the- and-
insecurities.
Right.
too.
Like we're our hardest enemies, but look, here's the thing, God wants us to like write those things down and put it on a piece of paper and dude, just throw it in the trash.
Right.
Cause like, if we hold on to those things, it's only killing us faster than when we should die. And it's hard to get past the fact that we, as people, need to realize that He's the true King.
Right.
And He will save and redeem everybody.
Well, it doesn't go man loves woman, and then Jesus.
It wasn't Adam and Steve. It was Adam and Eve.
Well, I'm just saying
But-
it goes God. And see, a lot of women have a hard time with this because it goes God,
God, man,
woman,
children.
child.
And the man is supposed to lead in the relationship, which is supposed to lead, you know, the wife to the Lord and the children to the Lord.
And that doesn't mean, when we say lead, right, lead to God, not lead to, hey, go do these dishes.
Right, but you know, dishes, you know, that's a chore that can help out, you know, a lot of people in the family,
Right.
and it, you know,
There's a few in there if you want to jump on.
obey thy mother and thy father.
Right. Those are the commandments.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, you just gotta. I feel like the world just needs to think about it, and you know, the golden rule is do unto others as
You was
you
like
do
done
unto
to yourself. And I try to live by that to an
Right.
extent.
Right, and I know there's, you know, that's what I was saying. I know there's days where people just ain't having it, you know, and everybody goes through that. But like, dude, if you just pause before you speak, if you just pause for a second, and then try to live like Jesus, you know, I feel like a lot of people will be a lot happier in life. And I feel like things become a lot easier in situations that aren't easy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's deep, man. Just
So, and you know, be friendly, put on a smile, dude. You never know what that person just went through. Like, smile, be happy,
right, that's like police. When they pull you over,
smile.
they might have just got done watching a kid,
Right.
you know, die. And then they're like, you know why I pulled you over? You're speeding! You're speeding! That's why! Like, calm down, dude. But maybe that's why he is like he is.
Right. You know,
Like, I think they need to give extra help to the police officers.
and it's okay to be, you know, a good person. Like, it costs $0 to be a good person. So, I mean, if anything, I just want y'all to know, like, it's easier to be good to people, and good things will come. It'll happen. And, you know, pray for everything. Give it to Jesus, because he'll definitely take care of it. So, thank y'all for watching the DM pod this week. We thought we'd come at you. We got, you know, Michael's daughter's birthday, and she's gonna be turning 11.
Is she going to be turning 11?
Yeah,
Might be 12, might be 15. You never know.
I know.
Might
it
be
is.
6.
Either way, she's a good girl for the most part. You're gonna have to watch out. Her boyfriend's coming.
She ain't got no damn boyfriend.
But alright, where can you find us?
The DM Pod. On Podbeam and on YouTube.
And we thank y'all for coming in with us. We were having a little serious note. Hogs, play tonight, 6 o'clock. UAPB, we got a 1-win season. That's all we got.
Right. I might have to see you on Rayburn.
So, alright. Y'all have a good evening.